Coach Amerit, thanks for joining us after the tie versus RIT. First, let's just start off with your general comments about today's game.
I think we competed well. Very exciting game to watch, I'm sure. I think that we made some adjustments going into the weekend. We had a short practice week, gave them a couple days off just to rest their legs. I think there's a little, bit of tired legs. So we had a short practice week, but they worked hard. We worked on a lot of things that we wanted to improve on, and I think they bought into it and came out and competed really well today. And
how was it playing in front of a large crowd on a really special night?
It was great. I mean, that was a fantastic atmosphere. I know the girls, the staff, we really appreciated it. A packed house, the pep band, a lot of administrative support. I saw a lot of other coaches from other teams out here, so it was great. It was an atmosphere that I would like to have all the time, and I'd like for all the teams to keep doing that and supporting each other and bring that, because it really does help the home team for sure.
Do you feel your team kind of fed off of the energy of the crowd?
I think so. I think they enjoyed it. They felt that energy, and I think towards the end of that third period, they just dug down deep, and we had a lot of chances to put that one away. So you got to worry when you're not getting the chances. The scoring will come as long as you're getting the chances. We're pretty happy with that.
Speaking of those chances, the power play looked really good tonight. You guys got a lot of good shots. What is the plan on beating a really good goalie like RIT has?
Putting the puck on the net and going hard to the net. We need to get traffic there. She was giving up some rebounds right in the juicy part of the slot there. So we need to really, crash in it a little bit better. And speaking of goaltenders, Nicole played just a fantastic job for us. She stood on her head. There were some really good saves that kept us in the game when we were getting trapped in our zone. It seemed like it was a weird paced game that both teams, when they got offensive zone pressure, they sustained it for quite some time. So it was kind of a battle of, trying to get it out of the zone, getting that line change, and then it's your turn, our turn. So it was an interesting game.
There was other times where the offense couldn't get set up. There's a lot of times where we just batted around in the neutral zone. What adjustments have to be made to kind of get that flow through the line?
I think more communication, and we've been, stressing that and preaching that. You got to talk, you got to let each other know, and you got to play as a unit out there. We call it panic passing, where, it's a hot potato instead of a puck, but it comes with communicating and having trust in each other. So if you're open and you're being told, it's a lot easier, but you don't want to make that mistake. So we call it panic passing, and we need to definitely, fix that too.
And the attention turns to tomorrow afternoon now. It was a good game tonight, but what is the focus going into tomorrow afternoon?
Work on consistency. We haven't often put two games together, in a series where we played fantastic or good both games. So we need to take from today. We'll take the tie. We would have liked to have won that, but we need to come out with that same compete level tomorrow and put a consistent weekend effort together.
Anything else you want to say about the evening?
I just thank everybody for coming out and supporting us. It shows, the Lindenwood family is a great family to be part of. The fact that we were able to raise money for the community and give it back to the community for this cancer research and for, the wigs and just all kinds of other things that people are going through this nasty time. I just thank everybody for the support, and we look forward to having it throughout the rest of the year.
Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks for joining us after the exciting game. First, we'll just maybe start off with your general comments about the contest team.
I think it was a real defensive battle, obviously, a low-scoring game. There were a lot of block shots, definitely helping me out. And both goals came on the power play, so special teams were huge. And, yeah.
Yeah, definitely one of the favorite games to play in. Competitive, back and forth. Any mistake could have cost it, but I think both goalies kept them in it.
And Nicole, maybe you could talk about some of the saves and shots you were seeing this evening. You turned away quite a few shots, and they had some good opportunities.
Yeah, my D did a great job making sure I could see the shots from the point, and I even got a piece of the one on the power play. So.
And how was it coming back in and playing in front of a big home crowd on a special night?
That was crazy. That was definitely the most fun game we've played all year. Having that much support in the band and everything, it was great.
And Katie, you had the lone goal for the Lions, and only one of 2 goals on the whole night for both teams. It was a power play goal, so why don't you talk about how that turned out and broke down?
Well, I was pretty lucky. I missed the net, and they tipped it in, I think, through a 5-hole. That's what Brad said. But we just had good puck movement, and I just got a couple shots. One of them just ended up trickling in, so had some screens in there too.
You had a really strong game. I think you fired a lot of shots towards the net, and it looked like you were playing the puck really well. Got a lot of movement on the D-to-D, and were working the point a lot on the power play.
Yeah, they set me up well from the point, so and I don't know, they weren't very aggressive at the points, so we got a lot of shots off. Some didn't get through, some did, so.
And it was the second tie of against RIT in the season. So maybe talk about the opponents. It seems to be a good battle between 2 new NCAA D1 members.
Yeah, last game we lost to them. The first series we lost to them, and then we tied to them in the second game. We were missing 3 of our players, and then so I think they stepped it up too, along with we had a couple people back, and we've come a long way also. So I don't know, good battle I guess, but hopefully not tomorrow.
They're a really chippy team, and so we did a good job keeping our heads today, and hopefully we can do that again tomorrow and just work hard, and it'll pay off. We'll start getting the bounces.
Yeah, stay out of the box will be huge for us.
One of your teammates' moms dropped the puck. She's a cancer survivor and a Lindenwood faculty member. So maybe talk about the special evening and wearing the sweet jerseys too.
Yeah, it was fun. We were all pumped for this game. I mean, it was the longest day going through class. It was great to be able to play, and played a pretty good game for her mom, Rachel Weech, her mom, and anyone else who's been affected by it. Just fun to have a different reason to play, I guess.
Yeah, it was great. She played a huge part in this, putting this game on tonight, and just everyone bought into it, and it was just great. And having Rachel out there taking the face-off for the first face-off of the game was awesome, and just be able to show support for everyone fighting breast cancer. It's great to play for a cause bigger than just your school or your team. So
play for something bigger, you kind of get into the routine. You go to school, go to class, go to hockey practice. How is it kind of realizing that there's other things besides hockey out there?
Yeah, well, it's, I think cancer's huge now. I think a lot of people are affected by it, and it's, if you're lucky enough to not be, that's great, but I don't play for it. We sold ribbons at school today, so we got to mix up our routine a little bit. Instead of just ate lunch while we sold ribbons, made some money for it, so it goes toward a great cause, and just...
And auctioning off our jerseys, too, for the cause.